Aditya sir back again, and now we'll try to see how actually the motion, displacement, and time is represented on a graph, which is very important when we try to understand the graphical representation of the object, right? So yes, we have seen Gauri. She has been starting from one position and she has been ending at some point in the process. She has also traveled certain distance and spent some time. The ratio of that distance which she has traveled divided by the time what she has taken, that's called velocity. If at every instant of time, every point, if you see, we check what was her velocity and time, that's called velocity. Now, when we talk in terms of graph, there are two things we talk about. First is first and very important thing, that is called rest. And the second important thing which we need to be very careful of, that is known as motion. So rest and motion, these are called states of motion of an object. See, for example, let's say when we move with this graph, the displacement and velocity, you see the with time. So this is time 0, and that is, let's say after certain interval of time, we'll end up with time 5 seconds. So this is 5 seconds. If you see, and that is what was the distance the object has traveled. Initially, the object was kept at, let's say, 5 meters. Okay, so if the object was placed at 5 meter, it is not increasing. It remains at 5 meters till the end of the time. So that means the object is basically at rest, because with time the distance is the displacement is actually not increasing. But when we talk about this graph, for example, again, let's say this is time 0, and here we have some intervals of time which is nothing but 5 seconds. Okay, so you can see that in every 5 seconds, in every second, actually it has traveled certain distance, because with as the time is increasing, you can see the distance is also increasing, which is very important to look for. Okay, so with as the time increases, the distance is also increases, and if the time is increasing by 1 second and if the distance increases by 2 seconds, so equal distances in same time, that's called uniform motion. We'll try to understand in much better way in coming classes. So this is called uniform motion. Now let's talk about uniform acceleration. What do you mean by uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration is basically same velocity every time. So for that we need to go with the definition of velocity, and we'll try to find out how this basically thing shows that, right?